Hey everyone, it's Lisa from the blog Farmhouse on Boone.com, and today I am going to be making some pumpkin chili. It's more delicious than it sounds, in preparation for baby. Now by the time you see this video, I feel that I will probably have had the baby. I actually had contractions all last night and then they totally stopped today, which happened with one of my kids. And so that one actually ended up coming later that day. So we'll see. Either way, I know I won't get this edited before, but I'm gonna make up a big batch of pumpkin chili because I'm still feeling really great right now. If the baby doesn't come today, we'll have this for dinner. If the baby does, then this will be something great to have tonight, tomorrow. It'll be a good size batch to get us through. So I'm gonna start with a pumpkin. Now, you know if you watch my channel that I like to treat pumpkin just like any other veggie. They're more than just decor, for sure. We don't discriminate between veggies. And then after I have it nice and cut in half, I'm just gonna scoop out the seeds. Now I'm only gonna use a half of a pumpkin for this recipe. I will probably just puree the other half of this, which I'll just scoop out the seeds and bake it or roast it in a pan like a butternut squash. For this one though, I'm just going to peel it and then dice it up like a squash. Now how finely you cut this up depends on how chunky you want your chili. I like a pretty good chunk. And then I'm just gonna throw this in a big stainless steel pot to simmer with some other veggies. I'm also gonna dice up 2 onions. Also gonna add 2 bell peppers diced up. This is gonna be a chili that is full of veggies. I'm just gonna add them to the pot with the pumpkin and the onions. And then I'm gonna cut up 6 tomatoes. Of course, you can also use canned tomatoes for this. Now I'm just gonna add about 1 quart of homemade bone broth. Of course, you could use store-bought as well, to these beautiful veggies, along with some spices, and I'm gonna get those simmering on the stove. Gonna add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. Two tablespoons of ground cumin. Smells delicious. A teaspoon each of garlic powder and onion powder. Okay, while that's kind of starting to simmer, I'm gonna cook 2 pounds of beef here in my cast iron skillet with some garlic. I love cooking beef with garlic. It's my favorite way to prepare ground beef. I like to cook meat separately and then add it whenever a soup is mostly finished, just so that way it kind of browns versus getting boiled. I'm gonna add about 6 cloves of garlic here. Okay, I'm just going to add to my veggies that were simmering for about 30 minutes, 3 cups each of black beans and kidney beans. I soaked these yesterday, so they soaked for about 24 hours, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar and some water. That just helps to neutralize any phytic acid in beans, which makes them more digestible. And then I'm just also gonna add my beef and salt. adding 2 tablespoons of salt. Now that might seem like a lot, but when you have fresh beans, not from a can, homemade broth, and all of these non-canned veggies, nothing in this is salted, and I find 2 tablespoons to be just the right amount. And then I'm just gonna let this simmer for another 30 minutes or so with the lid on to let all these flavors meld together in this delicious hearty chili. It smells so good. Perfect for a cold day and perfect to make large batches of for your family, so that way you don't have to make lunch a lot. We're totally a leftovers family. We will eat on something for 4 days if we can. It just makes life so much easier. And soup is pretty much the best thing to do it with. All right, well, thank you so much for watching this video. I will, of course, be updating you. You will probably already have met my baby the time this video goes out, I'm assuming, on the progress. And I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. Head on over to the blog. I have the printable recipe card version as usual, so you can print this off, save it for later, save it on Pinterest, whatever. I'll leave a direct link in the description below to that. And I hope that you enjoy this hearty, healthy, warming, cozy little chili recipe. All right, well, if you're brand new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I make 2 new videos every week on food from scratch, natural living, and a handmade home. Thank you so much for stopping by the farmhouse.